What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out some awesome battles using a very strong team of Shadow Machamp, Abomasnow, and Pidgeot. Now this team was made by one of my patrons, so shout out to Ernesto Narv. Thanks for making this for us and the patron community. You guys have been absolutely destroying with this team. Now, if you don't have Shadow Machamp, use a normal one. If you have Shadow Abomasnow, use that as Ernesto used Shadow Machamp and Shadow Abomasnow, but I don't have that. Plus, we have Pidgeot there with the legacy move of Gust, a very strong Pokemon that was banned for all of Season 8 because it was just way too powerful. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here, let's see how this goes. We have Shadow Machamp versus Shadow Hypno. This is the worst case scenario. We're going to go ahead and swap into Pidgeot now, start getting ahead on energy, and they do decide to bring in a Shadow Electivire, which is so deadly as well. Charge Move now coming through. It's a bit quick for Wild Charge, so I think it's going to be Ice Punch. And oh my goodness, 1 HP and a Dream. We are able to get the Brave Bird right here. If they let this go, this might actually KO. They decide to shield, so this is actually a huge, beautiful setup for us because we can farm down with Shadow Machamp. Now, we're going to have to give up a shield because obviously a Wild Charge or Ice Punch would honestly do most of our health, and we're going to need that. So we're going to go ahead and shield this Charge Move no matter what it is. It is going to be the Ice Punch, and then we're going to commit to that farm down right here. Now, what's great about Shadow Machamp is having access to Rock Slide to do neutral damage, especially as a Shadow versus Shadow means this is going to do a lot of damage, and we're going to need every bit of it. So we do land the Rock Slide. We swap now into Abomasnow, and they have a Lapras in the back. This is a huge win condition. Obviously, if they had something like a Registeel in the back, that would be terrible for us, but having Lapras here means we have a chance. We're going to go straight for that Energy Ball, and it lands. Their win condition was basically that being a Weather Ball, basically. So, did I just say Weather Ball earlier? We went for the Energy Ball right there. And then we're going to be able to... We're going to have to shield right here. Obviously, I don't know if they have Ice Beam. They didn't build up to Skull Bash, but I'm going to go ahead and shield the Surf. And then we're going to try to commit to the farm down, but I'm noticing I probably won't be able to make it, especially since this next Surf is going to land. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to swap into Shadow Machamp right now and try to get on head on energy. If I can get to a counter or a cross chop right here, we will be able to win. But they decide to throw energy, which is fine. I don't think a Thunder Punch can actually take us out, which it doesn't, which means we can get another 2 counters in, which means the Powder Snow right here is going to be a faster, fast move than Confusion, so we're able to take it there at the end. All right. Moving into this next battle, we have Shadow Machamp versus Mandibuzz. It's actually a pretty decent lead unless this is Air Slash, and it looks like they're going to swap right away into Wigglytuff, so we're going to go ahead and go into Pidgeot. Pidgeot can do really well against Wigglytuff because we can debuff their charm damage, so we're just going to go ahead and go for the Feather Dance. If they decide to let this go, I'll look to basically farm down, but they decide to shield, so this is now a very nice win condition for us. What we can do is this I think is their only counter to a fighter. Obviously they have Mandibuzz, but they didn't want to stay in that matchup, which tells me it's a Snarl Mandibuzz. So I'm going to let Pidgeot go, and we're going to come in with the Abomasnow right here and load up on energy. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Abomasnow 2 shields and energy, and they decide to bring back in Mandibuzz. This is a tell that whatever's in the back is probably very weak to Abomasnow, so things are looking very good for us. We go ahead and throw the Weather Ball. It lands for quite a bit of damage. And then we're going to go ahead and shield right here. Again, reading what my opponent is doing by bringing back in Mandibuzz to a very losing matchup right here tells me that they probably have something weak in the back. So we're just going to go for another Weather Ball right here. If this gets a shield, then again, it is a huge tell. We do get the shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this Weather Ball right away. I don't want to give up my final shield, just in case whatever they have in the back might actually be weak to Shadow Machamp as well. So we do take out the Mandibuzz, and they have a Registeel in the back. So it's a very interesting choice that they brought in Mandibuzz into my Abomasnow, but honestly, even if they brought in Registeel to my Abomasnow, because I had Shadow Machamp, I would have just swapped that in and then taken down Mandibuzz and then taken down Registeel. So we're just going to go ahead and shield right here and finish this game off with counters, and that is going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. All right. Moving into this next one, we have Shadow Machamp versus Marshtomp. Very spicy Pokemon. It's used to be super strong, a bit better than Swampert before Swampert got Hydro Cannon. They're going to swap right away into Shadow Machamp, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Pidgeot and farm down. We will give up a shield right here. Cross Chop, Rock Slide are all going to do a ton of damage because of our normal flying typing. So I'm perfectly fine with giving up a shield and maintaining switch advantage. I have 2 counters to this Marshtomp in the back, right? I have Abomasnow and Machamp. So we're going to go ahead and just go for Feather Dance now that they brought in Abomasnow. It's still going to do super effective damage. It's probably going to be getting a shield, and it's going to debuff them. So we go ahead and get that debuff, which is very nice. And we are absolutely chunking with Gust here. If you guys have a very good PvP IV Pidgeot and you don't have Gust, I think it might honestly be worth giving it Gust if you have enough Elite Fast TMs. It's a very strong Pokemon in the meta. Now, we're going to go ahead and let this go through. Obviously, our win condition, knowing that Marshtomp was on the lead, is going to be with our Abomasnow. So we're just going to throw this Cross Chop right here, hoping to get a shield from our opponent, which we do. And we're going to go straight into that Abomasnow, and Energy Ball will one-shot, and our opponent does decide to surrender. So good game to my opponent right there, but we had really nice team composition versus theirs. All right. Moving in this next one, we got Machamp versus Hypno, again on the lead. Terrible matchup. We're going to go straight into the Pidgeot right here, start getting ahead on energy. Now, they're deciding to stay in, which is questionable to me, that maybe they don't have an answer for Pidgeot in the back. But I'm just going to go ahead and no-shield this. I know it's going to be Thunder Punch, but in hindsight, maybe I could have shielded it. Now, they decide to bring in Mandibuzz right here. So they already have basically 2 Pokemon that are kind of anti-fighters. Mandibuzz because of that flying typing. So I'm guessing whatever is in the back, I'm just hoping it's not a Registeel, basically, right? Because that would make sense, right? Have an anti-fighter on the lead, a Mandibuzz. Something in the back I think might be weak to a fighter. So we're going to go ahead and let the foul play go through. We're going to come in with Machamp and hard load on energy. Now, what's tough about this situation is the previous game, or that first battle where we got a shield in the mid game, set us up for success. This time we didn't get a shield with Pidgeot, which means now we're at a shield disadvantage instead of even ones. But we still have enough energy for Rock Slide right here. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide. And then we're going to swap out right away into the Abomasnow. Because obviously we don't want to take any damage from Confusion. We swap out right away, and they bring in a Beedrill. So we have a triple, basically, counter team. Mandibuzz necessarily isn't a counter to Pidgeot, but when behind on health, it can be, right? Or ahead on health, I should say. Now, we're going to go ahead and let this go. I have a feeling it's going to be Fell Stinger, which it is, which does do super effective damage and boost the attack. But what we're hoping to do is try to get to 2 Weather Balls. That is my goal right here. So this first one should be getting the shield. Oh, it lands. Or the first one did get the shield. The second one landed. Now our win condition is basically farming with Shadow Machamp. I'm going to go ahead and shield this as well. I don't want it to be a drill run because that might be the play they're going to go for. But they decided to go for Fell Stinger, which is unfortunate for us. Now we have to commit to the hard farm down because our win condition is going for a Cross Chop and trying to get a Rock Slide off, but they did get to another Fell Stinger in time. It's not enough to take us out though, so the game is not over. Hypno is very low, so we're going to go ahead and throw the Cross Chop right here. They're obviously probably going to be shielding, and then hopefully we can get in another Cross Chop, which we do just before the Confusion comes through to take us out. But is this going to be enough damage? No, it's not. We go down. But that's a good game. Very well played to my opponent. They had really good answers for my team. Alright, so we got Machamp on the lean versus normal cast form, I believe that was. Yeah, normal cast form, which is a really solid lead matchup for us. Now, normal cast form does have access to 2 different Weather Balls plus Energy Ball. So it's probably got a normal Weather Ball and a Rock one. But they decided to throw the Rock one, which is fine by me. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Cross Chop. Now, I think that was a delayed CMP tie because I don't believe, to my knowledge, that Shadow Machamp has less attack than normal cast form. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Now, they have a Victini in the back, which is obviously very deadly, and now they have the Pancake. So you guys can kind of see this is looking to be like a lot of trouble. The match started off very strong for us with a Machamp versus cast form, but now we have a Victini, which can destroy my Shadow Machamp, and its charge moves can destroy Abomasnow. So our goal right here is to load up on energy with Machamp. We have to sacrifice the Pidgeot to do as much damage as we can, which is why we went for the Brave Bird there. And hopefully we get to the Feather Dance, which we do as well. This is going to be lowering that attack of the Pancake. And then we are hoping to load up on energy with Machamp. So This is going to be a very, very tough battle. If they decide to bank all their shields into the Victini, which is what I think they're going to do, then it's definitely going to be tough. Now, they decide to throw the energy right here, which is very good for us. If I would have been able to farm down, we could have gotten off a charge move versus Victini, which would have been nice. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Machamp right here, load up on a little bit of energy, and just throw the charge move once we see Victini come in. And it did come in, so I have to throw the cross chop right away. I do not have enough time to get to Rock Slide, but hopefully they weren't counting or they lost track. That way I can swap now. When we get a shield, I can swap into a Abomasnow. Because the moves we have to look out for is its charge move of V-Create, right? It's gonna over one-shot. It's gonna one-shot Abomasnow and Abomasnow's generations to follow, right? It's just that strong of a move. But the great thing is when you use a V-Create, it lowers your self-defense, which means these Weather Balls, even though they're resisted, it's gonna do enough damage to take it out. So we are able to get to another one in time, and this should do enough resisted damage in order to take out the Victini, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. So it started off really well, got super dicey in the mid game, but we're able to close it out. All right, moving into this next battle here, we have Shadow Machamp versus Nidoqueen. This is not a good matchup for us because we're doing all resisted damage, so we're going to go ahead and swap into that Pidgeot. Now, they're deciding to stay in and go for a Poison Fang right here, which is not going to do too much damage, but the defense drop is definitely going to hurt, and they decide to bring in Registeel, which is, again, not great. So what we're going to do is we want to lower the attack here of the Registeel by going for the Feather Dance. Plus, I don't want to debuff myself with Brave Bird just yet. So what I'm hoping to do right here is if I survive this charge move, this Flash Cannon right here, which is likely going to be, it might be a Focus Blast, but I'm guessing it's going to be Flash Cannon. Yeah, it's Flash Cannon, which we do survive with 1 HP. I wanted to go for Brave Bird right there, but I believe I clicked on Feather Dance just before, which I did, yeah. So we get a double debuff there on Registeel, which is nice, but ultimately, even with double debuff, Shadow Machamp is very glassy, so I am going to have to shield this anyways. So we're just going to go ahead and shield it, load up on some energy, and we'll have to see how we can play this out because we are behind on shields. Now they decide to bring in the Nidoqueen, so I just gotta throw this cross chop right here to do any chip damage. It is going to be resisted, but they decided to shield, which is a mistake by my opponent, I think, because it wouldn't have done too much. And this is also very troublesome, right? We have Abomasnow, which is weak to poison type moves, so Poison Jab and Poison Fang. We do get a second shield though, but I do have one more shield myself. Now, I'm actually debating no shielding this. I'm reading that they might have, and they decide to go for Earth Power. That is a mistake. If you guys are running Nidoqueen, make sure to know the typings, because we're part grass type, we do get resisted. Now, that could have been a misclick on my opponent. I don't know, but honestly, that allowed us now to potentially win this game because they do have now a Diggersby in the back. So, technically, I think this game should have been a loss right there. Obviously, if that was Poison Fang, this would have been very tough. I think I could have still taken out the Nidoqueen with Machamp, but definitely would have been a tougher matchup right here. But thankfully, we're able to hold on to our energy and not throw versus the Registeel Sack Swap and get off 2 cross chops right here to close this out. So Shadow Machamp putting in a lot of work in these sets. Pidgeot on Safe Swap has been very nice, setting ourselves up, and Abomasnow closing also has been pretty nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.